Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's once again JB Scrafton here, broadcasting live on the Online Racing Network. Tonight we have a very special event during the Nxtgen Season 11 break. We have the Hot Hatches versus the Beemers. Here is a Beamer right now being driven by Bert. As you'll notice, a very cool decal on the side of the Beemers tonight. They actually have their faces on the side of these cars. The Beemers, of course, very noticeable, and I'll show you why. As another one, you can see the faces, and this is Jetty driving for the Hot Hatches. You can tell that they are using the Hot Hatches. There are 3 Hot Hatches available tonight. We have the Honda Civic, we have the Golf, there's Robinson from the Hot Hatch series, and I believe it's the Ford Focus. Oh no, there's a Megane. So we got some new faces that you used to see on a Tuesday evening with myself. I've also got some new faces like Roadhog right here, that has dipped in and out of the Hot Hatches during the pre-season. Another new face here is John B. So we'll have to look out and see how these guys do, because I have not seen these guys on the racetrack before. Of course, we have NGR Saxo, who's very quick in his Civic during the Hot Hatches. Let's see if he's able to repeat success here in this team versus team event. We also have NGR Phil driving for the Hot Hatches tonight. He's just gone into the pits. And we have NGR Hankin, who will be driving for the Hot Hatch team. So we have a few drivers that have dipped over to the Beamer side. They take part in both leagues. And we have some new faces that are driving for the Hot Hatch team. We're going to be driving around the Nuremberg Rhein GP circuit, so that should be fun to see. Looking at the fast lap right now, Bert 2:10. This is qualifying that's taking place. We will be going into race 1 at 8:30 local time. It should be interesting to see. I mean, the guys, I was about to say, obviously the Hot Hatch people, you know, I know what they're capable of, but most of them are actually driving the Beamer right now. About 50-50 split. Now we are actually set to have 6 Hot Hatch vehicles and 8 Beamers, so I'm not sure how the points are going to work out exactly, but I'm sure we'll be able to figure that out. Jetty driving the Civic for Hot Hatch team. You can clearly tell the difference between the Hot Hatch team. The Hot Hatch team's running exactly the same paint scheme across multiple vehicles, as that was the easiest way to make it noticeable. We've gone for the same paint scheme for each Hot Hatch, and the Beamers, of course, quite vibrant. Under 10 minutes left of qualifying here. We will be following the Hot Hatch format. A short sprint race to start the night, with the qualifying results determining starting positions, and then a feature race where it will be a reverse grid. There is Baz. We all know Baz. Very quick Renault Megane in the Hot Hatch series, but I believe it is actually him that runs the Beamer League, so it makes sense for him to be the flagship car for them. Actually running the fastest lap times right now with a 2:08.2, and he's actually running quicker this lap. So there's a cheeky little picture of Baz on the side of the vehicle. Quite like that one. Some have come out better than others, to be honest. That one's quite good. I like that one. That is, of course, Don, another fast driver from the Hot Hatch series. NGR Bigsy, I think, has dipped into the Hot Hatch series at some point. Driving the Ford Focus. He's got Online Racing Network stickers on. Have they all got online racing? They do, look at that! Nice, these guys embracing the decals, I like it. Didn't even realise. Yep, they've all got the stickers on. Very cool to see. Of my Hot Hatch League that I commentate every week got my stickers on. Wouldn't appear so. Gonna have to swing my vote towards the Beemers then. Lou Archer as well, Robinson's teammate in a Beamer tonight. A little bit loose coming out of that chicane. John B is a new face to me. I'll have to see how he performs here tonight. And NGR Phil. I've known Phil for a while now. Not actually seen him race though, so this should be interesting to see. Well, at that particular moment, I do have this ability to sort of jinx whoever I'm viewing and commentating on, and I think that was a good example of it right there. I think I've been bitten on the foot by a mysterious creature. Got like a mosquito bite on my foot, which is a bit strange. I don't really think I've been bitten by anything in the UK, but this would suggest otherwise. The fastest of the men on the racetrack right now is Don. Not a tremendous surprise. Lately in the Hot Hatch series, it has been between this gentleman and Saxo. But of course, Don not had much luck lately. Been involved in incidents that weren't particularly his fault. Which of course, obviously his race to go slowly downhill. As I don't follow the Beemers much, I can't tell you who are the regulars from the Beemers. But of course, as I mentioned, I think it is Baz that does run that league. So obviously, he's obviously a full-time runner in that league. It's been very popular. Everyone's been raving about this league. I might have to maybe take this one on board for streaming also in the next season. Baz does have a lead of 6/10 right now. Baz knows how to drive his BMW. It's the M3 Sport Evolution 89, in case you were wondering the specifics. I don't think I actually own this car in GT Sport. Unless it was a daily I received. I've not gone out of my way to buy it. But I think it's a fairly recent addition to the game, so good on these guys making use of it. So let's just take a rundown Hot Hatch versus Beamer right now in terms of qualifying order. Jutty is the top Hot Hatch driver in third, followed by JD Green, of course, a very consistent driver in the Hot Hatch series. We'll have to see how he performs here tonight. Of course, as you remember, it was only a couple of weeks ago the Hot Hatches were here, so racing here may be still fresh in their minds. Followed by Burt in 5th, Big Z in 6th, Archer in 7th, Roadhog in 8th, Robinson in 9th, John B in 10th, Phil in 11th, Saxo in 12th, Hankin in 13th. I don't believe Saxo's actually completed a lap yet, so we'll have to see what he can pull off as he comes out of this corner, as I believe this will be his last chance to make a lap. the best corner exit we've seen out of Saxo. Well, I think he's just begun his hot lap now. This is going to be a close one. I don't think qualifying officially ends. I think that's when people go, right, that's enough. Let's ride on board with Saxo, winning both races here just 2 weeks ago. Very wide. I believe that may be based on car restrictions to try and level the playing field. One of my favourite corners on the circuit. You can get a good drive off here, you're lapping. Car on the inside slowing down, not sure who that is, I believe that's Nxtgen. Don't believe he has the livery. Yeah, Nxtgen not currently driving the hot hatch livery. Guessing there might have been a problem retrieving that. But we will know that the, oh dear, we don't like people leaving this late on. It could be an issue. Blake currently out of the lobby. Hopefully he makes it back here in time. Quali over, says Baz. Here comes Blake again. It looks like he'll have to start at the rear of the field. As leaving the lobby will have removed his lap time. It's going to be 4th on the grid for Saxo. Not a bad starting spot, starting. So it's 2 Beemers and 2 hot hatches up north of the grid. The lobby host stating no more laps, please. Qualifying cool down now at 20:31 PM. Well, of course it's PM, I said 20:31. Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear. Blake has left again. Not sure what the problem is there. Just sharing the stream to the Nxtgen official page. Let them all know about what is taking place. Of course, this is a fun race, as Baz is clearly stating here. It's a little in-house team versus team event during the Nxtgen Season 11 off week. Although it's been an off week, I think these guys may have raced more than they do when it's business as usual. And we are about to get underway here at the Nuremberg Ring for the sprint race. No idea what to expect into turn 1 here. Hot hatches versus BMWs. Who will be the victor? We're about to find out. 2 Beemers on the front row, 2 hot hatches just behind them. Let's see what can be achieved here, as we are about to go green. Green flag is out. Who's going to get the best jump here? Looks like Saxo is. Bars holding on to the first spot. The front 2 hot hatches there made a quick jump on Don. Ooh, bit of a shunt there. 2 of the hot hatches go wide. That was Saxo and Don, I believe. I pressed the wrong button, sorry. What button kills that name thing? I don't like the name thing. There we go. That's better. Do this. Only 7 laps to settle it. Jutty close behind Baz right now. Looks like the hot hatches are off to a great start. 3 cars in the top 5. 2 Civics and a Golf. Baz does not want to let up that lead. We have 1 car that's way off the pace. It's Bert. He's currently now 22 seconds behind Hankin, sorry, my apologies. Civic. Still right now battling for the 10th place spot. Big Z is up ahead by 3/10. So John's going to try and work his magic on the outside. Not going to be able to get the nose in. Robinson now up to the 4th spot. Getting ahead of Don. Here they come to begin lap 2. Driving it now down into the inside, but he doesn't quite get there. Going to hit his line through this corner. Doesn't look like it's going to hit it that much. He's still right on Baz's heels. Not sure if there was a bit of a love tap there, but here comes Jutty trying to battle for the race lead right now. He's cleared him. New race leader. Now Saxo's on Baz's heels. Baz is very much condensed right now. Now Archer has his teammate up ahead, but they're not teammates tonight. They are very much rivals, Lou Archer and Robinson. Ngioffil moving his way up the field. We last checked in with him just a few seconds ago. He was in 10th, and now he is in the 6th spot, looking for a top 5. Don now back there. Don and must have had an issue of some kind as John goes slightly wide. John, sorry, goes slightly wide. Don and John sound very similar. It's confusing my brain. And we've got Roadhog here in 9th. So although the Beemers look to qualify well, it seems so far they've just slowly drifted back already. There is more of them. And there is Big Z. Look at the run Saxo gets on Baz here into the final corner. He does have the inside, they are nearly touching there. But he will get the best run down the front stretch. Looks like they're neck and neck. Baz better through turn 1. Able to clear Saxo once again. Robinson back there in fourth seems to be comfortable where he is. Doesn't seem to be getting any closer to the leaders or losing any time to Archer behind him. Just running his race right now. The BMWs now of John and Bigsy. Whoa! Both of them go wide. Phil's dropped one place, back to 7th. Saxo now has gotten ahead now of Baz again, but here comes Baz once again. These two battling very hard. Ooh, a little bit of contact there on the quarter panel. No harm, no foul. They keep it going. Checking with Jutty, who now has a 1.7 second lead over Baz. Jutty having a brilliant sprint race so far. If he can keep it like this, a little bit of distance, I believe that's going to pay off very much in the long run. I'm unaware of the fuel and tyre situation. I'm not sure if it's standard hot hatch procedure, where they start with 50 litres, as obviously the cars will consume fuel at different rates. Whether tyre wear and fuel wear has been switched off, we'll have to check. Midway, they shouldn't have to pit during the sprint race. Excuse me while I just have a sip of some tropical blast right here. That's good stuff, that's good stuff. Saxo again diving it in, a bit of contact between the two. Baz goes wide. Saxo does lay off and allows Baz the position back. This little altercation though has allowed Robinson to close in. NGR Phil now falling back to 8th, just behind him JD Green. We got Roadhog and Dawn right now. Dawn once again sliding backwards. Slowly but surely so far. It's got to be frustrating. Trying to get inside Roadhog. There's not enough room. He's going to try it again here. It looks like Don is obviously quicker than Roadhog right now, but doesn't want to jeopardize a teammate. Roadhog's line is quite defensive, but he's also trying to pass Phil here for the 9th spot. Let's check out the 5th place battle right now. We got Lou Archer, who seems to be in a world of his own. The car behind him 6.6 seconds back, and Robinson 2.2 seconds ahead. The biggest battle actually on the racetrack here for 2nd and 3rd. These two, since the drop of the green flag and Jutty took the lead, have been back and forth, back and forth. Is Saxo, yes he is, I was just about to say, is Saxo going to try in turn 1 again? Decided against it this time. Looks like Robinson ran a little bit wide there. Jutty now up to a 2.4 second lead. He can just keep it smooth and consistent the rest of these remaining laps. I think he's going to be okay, especially with these two battling so hard behind him. The lap times on these guys seem to be constantly improving, which is an interesting thing to see. If tyre wear is on, it seems like the Beemers are getting quicker. not a usual thing. Bars running a slightly higher line. It's going to pay off though. Goes a tenth quicker than the fastest lap. I think this is the least under pressure that Bars has been right now. Just about a second gap behind. Hasn't had to drive looking in the rear view. Archer gaining on Robinson ever so slightly. JD Green holding on to 8th at this moment. NGR Phil starting to become lonely. He's losing time to the guy in front and losing and gaining time on those behind. Not the best recipe for engaging in positions. But once again, Don, as Phil goes off into the grass, keeps it straight, able to get back onto the track. Not actually going to lose a super amount of time. Just under a second. There is Don in the background there. Let's check in with JD Green. About 6 and 2 threes in front and behind. Will he be able to run down John in the remaining laps? Archer though, just behind Robinson now. We're looking at Robinson right now, but there is Archer in the background. 3.8 seconds. These Beemers do seem to have picked up speed as this race has gone on. That was 2 seconds a couple of laps ago. This rate, Robinson is going to be able to pass Robinson with ease, but we'll have to see how this plays out. And there is a fire alarm going off in the booth. Please don't mind that, that's just someone that obviously can't cook. Can Robinson get it done and hang on for a 4th place finish? That will be 3 hot hatches in the top 5. Remember, there's only 6 hot hatches racing tonight, so that'll be a great result for the sprint race. Not sure if they touched there. It looked like they may have just not, but that was close between Robinson there and Archer. As Baz is going for the lead on Jutty, we thought Jutty had a comfortable lead there, but as I said, I think the Beemers are picking up speed as the race is going on. The white flag is out. We're going to stay with the leaders. Not long to go, and there's 3 of them in contention. Saxo runs wide. Archer's still on Robinson's heels. Seems like Jutty and Saxo are battling. That's allowing Baz to pull away. Looks like something happened there between Robinson and Lou. Bit of contact maybe. The positions changed for a split second. Not sure if Lou overshot the corner, maybe got into Robinson or vice versa as Saxo goes ahead of Jutty. Baz now completely storming away, nearly a 2-second advantage over the 2nd place car. Oh no! Baz goes for a huge wiggle. That has killed his momentum. He hangs on. 2 more corners to settle it. Corner exit. Not as fast as the Civics. Saxo is gaining, but it's not going to be enough. Baz wins race number 1. Man, oh man. And Robinson able to hold off Lou for the 4th spot. And for the first time in online racing network history, the driver that led the most laps did not win. How about that? Those are the race results for our sprint race. Congratulations to Baz and Team BMW on winning the sprint race here. Pole, fastest lap. Baz nailed it. The only thing he didn't take away was leading the most laps. That goes to Jutty. But it did seem like the hot hatches seemed to fall off a little bit, like the middle of that race. The middle to the end. We're going to take a short break, guys, until race 2 commences. This is the Online Racing Network, and thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the race chatter there on the left hand side of the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, you are watching the Online Racing Network. I'm Jamie Scrafton, your commentator tonight, and we are live here at the Nürburgring. What a race we just saw there. For race number 1, it was a heavy battle between Baz, Jutty and Saxo. Jutty and Saxo racing in the hot hatches, Baz in the BMW. It was getting quite close there. It looked like Jutty was going to run away with it about midway through that race. But very quickly changed when Baz just seemed to drop off the pace. Not really sure why, but yeah, there was a definite pace drop in Jutty. He was about 2 seconds, they say, in the lead. All of a sudden, Saxo and Baz were right on his heels. And towards the end of the race, Baz able to run away. He claimed the lead, and Saxo and Jutty began to battle each other, allowing Baz to run away. Now we're at the sunset time of day at the racetrack. We're going to see these cars under the lights, kind of. We're going to see those headlights flashing. Those brake lights are going to be more apparent. And it looks a bit foggy here, actually. A bit misty. Should make for some good racing. If you look closely at the BMWs, there are actually pictures of the drivers on the sides of those cars. On the rear quarter panels there, as you can see, there's the red. On the red there's the black image. Probably the best one to show you is Don. He's in a bit of a position. If Don, if you're listening, can you show us the side of your car? Don often listens in, but I'm not sure if he is right now. I mean, of course, there is a little bit of a delay. Ooh, looks like he's moving. There we go, guys. Perfect, Don. Oh, you can't hear me. There we go, we've seen it. Very nice. That's made by Nxtgen's own Mark Sykes, unable to commentate alongside myself tonight. That was the original plan, but things change, things come up for people. So just me in the booth tonight, unfortunately. But a big thank you to Mark Sykes for those decals. They look amazing. He also designed the number boards for the sides of those race cars. Official NGR number boards. There's some donuts happening right now. Thank you, Don, for showing us your vehicle. That's another good example. Roadhog, the very fluorescent background, and then the black sort of silhouette almost image. Is that Roadhog's, is that sunglasses or VR goggles? Not quite sure when he's driving around that corner at that speed. Just noticed that JD Green is actually a massive animal looking at that image. Jesus, that's a great Carly. Oh, that's John, sorry. John's the animal great Carly guy. That's the guy I don't know, so that makes sense. JD Green, of course, running the Nxtgen hot hatch. And we're about to get ready for our feature 20 lapper here at the Nürburgring. Should be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Of course, reversed rig for the feature race. Our sprint race winner will be starting at the back, and our last crosser of the line in race number 1 will be beginning on pole. No points for that pole position, but they do get the advantage of starting on the front row. JD Green going for a little bounce there over that cone. Believe we are going racing here at 9 o'clock GMT. Now we've come to that period of the night where people are waiting for the race to begin, and what they tend to do is this. It's a monstrosity of noise, tyre squeals, ghosts of cars, smoke, and as I said, noise, and lots of noise. I mean, Don's had plenty of practice doing celebratory burnouts. Not really recently though, shots fired. But I'm sure he'll be doing more burnouts for a victory soon. I believe we are just waiting for someone to return to the PlayStation, probably gone for a pee, or a beverage top-up, or a little ciggy, something along those lines. Don's mastered the revs of that thing for burnouts. There's JD Green and Jutty there in the foreground. Robinson in the pits. Oh, looks like Hankin did not have the team set up in the first race, which would explain his performance. Obviously, these guys running setups to make the cars faster and, you know, better. Obviously, if a team member does not have that equipped, then their car is going to be subpar, isn't it? So I'm not sure if Hankin's actually going to be participating. I think Don knows the camera's on him right now, and I think that's why he's doing this. Won't be able to do it for much longer though. The race is about to begin. The Nxtgen TVT Hot Hatches versus BMWs feature race is about to begin here. On the pole we have Hankin, the only unliveried vehicle. I believe he must have been a fairly late addition to the team, as I believe we did have someone fall out of place. So it'll be Hankin, and it will be Bert on the front row. Green flag is out. Bert with a great launch there on the inside of Hankin. He's going to have the advantage going into one. Don there in third. Look at them. Whoa, big contact, and Don is taken out immediately. That is... that is about as much luck as Don Dotter gets these days, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that's going to put him in last place. Bless him. Let's have a look. Yep. He is pulled over. There has been a request for a restart. Not sure if that will fly with the race director. So there's a few vehicles off. That's Jutty as well that has gone off. The field's still battling right now. Let's check in with Baz, who is the race director. It's like he's still racing at full speed. He's asking people to back out. We're going to have a restart here. What number is Baz driving? The 04. Oop. Looks like Hankin has left the room. This will be it. This is our one restart. Due to a first corner horror, as Saxo has put it. I'm going to message back, indeed. Well, Don will be happy about that. Because that was going to be so typical Don Dotter look. He has definitely been snake bitten pretty much for the last month. I believe he's had a win, I believe, in that time, but it's either a win or it's complete devastation. I'm not sure if Lou realises he has to back out in order for the race to restart. Quite good car control, and there she goes. Ooh, that one would sting. Lou, you need to back out of the race, mate. There we go. There we go. And we're back to the old grind. Down to 11 drivers now. We've lost one of the hot hatches. That makes 5 versus 8. Nope. It's completely wrong. Completely wrong. I'm not sure what the numbers are right now. Saxo, Jetty, that's 2. Jetty Green, 3. Robinson, 4. I think it's 4 versus 8. And now Roadhog needs a piss. This feature turning into a disaster. I do need to go eat food at some point or I will die of starvation. Yep. Very good point there by Baz. My stomach thanks you, Baz. I'm getting a bit of a sniffle. I don't know if anyone else is getting a bit of a sniffle watching at home. This will be like my second cold of the year. If it turns into a full-blown cold, which are possibly just the most annoying things in the world, other than slow pedestrians. .2010 restart 3 minutes. And we will be restarting race number 2, the feature race, as it went a bit balls up, let's be fair. So we'll be right back on the Online Racing Network. See you guys soon. I thought we were starting at that time, so I went for a piss of my own. But no, we're underway already. The leader right now, Bert. So it looks about the same as we left it for that horrendous sort of wreck that we saw. Blue Archer currently in the second spot, Don in third. Roadhog in fourth, Jutty in fifth. They're already moving up the field, Jutty and Saxo. The real question is, where is race for number one winner? He's currently in 11th. He's in last place right now. There's damage on his rear, indicating he's been run into the back of. Possibly turn one calamity corner again, but maybe not as severe. Looked like the half the field got taken out the first time, but not of that right now. Let's go back to the front. Apologies everybody, it seems like my was unplugged there. That's annoying. We're 5 laps in now. I was talking some pretty good stuff. We'll go back to my last point, and that was about NGR Saxo. It was a couple of weeks ago now at the Nürburgring Ring that he scored a win by a massive 25 seconds in this exact format. And how did he do it? Pit strategy. He might not be running particularly fast right now, although he's in the top 3. He was able to go on 1 pit stop, whereas everyone else had to make 2. And that was the game changer for Saxo. Save the fuel, only require 1 stop, and he made a load of time up from that. As he's just going around on the outside for a pass for the second spot. Doesn't let him be able to get it done. He's got Lew Archer just there behind him, who, as I was saying, sorry, but the microphone's obviously a problem. He was having a good start to this race, but it seems like everyone's sort of trying to catch him up. Now, I like to say that Archer's a bit of a gambler on pit strategy. He tries to do things differently from what everyone else is doing. He'll go in earlier, or he'll try and go an extra lap, just to see how the pit stop strategy that he does differently is, you know, is it better or is it worse. He's willing to take the risk, and a lot of the time he makes good calls. So we'll have to see if he can make some good calls tonight, try and catch up to that leader. Don, who now sits 7.5 seconds ahead of second place Saxo. Let's check in with race 1 winner Baz, currently still sitting in 8th. Not really been able to recover from the incident at the beginning. Damage on the left rear quarter panel. And looks like Jutty and JD Green also suffering some damage. So Baz went to go out wide, didn't realise that Jutty was going to go as well. These 3 in very tight proximity right now. Baz is almost kissing Jutty's bottom right now. NGR Big Z, not having the best run right now. He's currently sitting behind John B in the 10th spot. Does appear to be faster than John, just obviously struggling to get around. Looks like he's got some damage to the front. Maybe he has ran into the back of John already, trying to make a move, so he's just being more cautious right now, which makes complete sense. Let's check the gap. The gap is still increasing between Don and Saxo, but we don't know what Saxo's doing. He could be holding back a little bit, trying to save fuel. He's shown that in his Honda Civic right now, and in previous weeks, he's been very good at saving fuel. I'm not sure what the decal is there on the top, on the roof, because we don't really get a good look at the roof from many of these camera angles. See if we can see it here. That says YouTube channel. Lew Archer, they were able to pass his teammate Bert to get into the 3rd spot, and now looks to run Saxo down. Will he be able to make it stick? Here's another driver not having the best run in race number 2. This is Jutty, who led the most laps in the 1st race. But he seems to find himself stuck back in the pack right now, as we're approaching a 1/3 of the way through this race, just past. So we know it's possible for a 1-stop race. However, it's uncharted territory for a lot of these guys. We're going to see a majority 2 pit stop here. Some of these new guys, you know, they may be doing the same thing. You don't know, as the hot hatches have already lost Hankin and Phil after the sprint race. Unfortunate. Certain way it pulls the USB out. Okay, pit stop's underway already. Baz, Bert, John in, and Baz once again making a spectacular entrance. Yeah, we saw Baz flipping into pit road a few weeks ago. It was at this racetrack. Should probably check with the rest of the guys if they're all actually in their boxes. Looks like they are. JD Green, the only hot hatch coming down pit road this time. Lap 7. So Don may have run into an issue. He's fallen back to 4th right now. Robinson in 3rd. Oh, I've just discovered my commentary word that I use too much. I say right now too much. I'm going to try and avoid saying that, as Lou Archer's about to go for the lead. Only 2 temps between these two. My best guess is, though... Ooh, a bit of a contact there, a bit of a love tap. Hey, I'm here, Saxo, kind of deal. My best guess is that Lou Archer's going to be pitting this time by, and he wanted to try and get ahead of Saxo and try and make a little bit of a gap, gain some more time with what he's got right now. I've just said right now again. Dear, oh dear. Look at Saxo's rear end. Sorry, look at Saxo's rear end of the car, heavily damaged. The front got a few marks on it too. But the back end of Saxo's Civic is battered. There we go, Lou coming into the pits right now. Oh, just see if he flips into the pits. Let's have a look. Robinson also coming down, as well as Jutty. Normal pit stop for Lou Archer, what a shame. Will Jutty be any more exciting? I think it must be just Baz that comes in a spectacular fashion. See, look at this, Saxo definitely going for that one-stop strategy, and everyone else has already pitted once. Remember, they'll have to come again, but look at the advantage Saxo has from 1 pit stop. That's 7 seconds. For 1 pit stop, but it looks like Don's still out there. You can do another lap. That's a 1 stop too, but as I say, he's 6.8 seconds back at this moment in time. There is Saxo in the top right hand corner of the screen. You can see he is the red dot. There is Don. That is the gap right now between those two. There's JD Green back there in 3rd, 20 seconds separating him from the top 2. However, JD Green and Jutty have been to pit road. So there's a bit of a battle here going on for the between 4th and 8th right now. I'm not going to get those words removed from my brain, and do apologise for the repetitiveness of that phrase. Throughout this first cycle of pit stops, doesn't seem like Baz has gained anything. He's currently sitting in the 8th spot. That is where we saw him last time we checked in with our sprint race winner. Definitely not where he wants to be, but there is still a lot of time to make up some ground. Don has shortened the gap to 4 seconds. The Saxo pits on lap 9. That is the earliest we've seen him. He must have realised he wasn't gaining any time on Don. In fact, losing too much. It's worth just coming in. He may be able to pack it with enough fuel to last. We'll have to wait and see. If he goes for a full tank, he's going to be trying the one-stop strategy. It's not a full tank, but that is just under halfway. Hopefully it will last for Saxo. But look at the time that Saxo has lost on Don. But in theory, we should see Saxo begin to catch Don quite quickly. Don will have to come down this time. Did Don come down pit road? I don't think he could have done. No, now that Saxo's up to speed, the gap is not really varying. Well, Don's still pulling away. I don't know what he's pulling up his sleeve. He's obviously putting down some hella lap times right now. 2:08.2, fastest lap of the race set by Don himself. Clearly not in fuel conservation mode. Might have been while he was in traffic, using people's slipstreams where he could to keep up race pace. But he's that lonely red dot in the top right hand corner of the track map. Looks very familiar. Situation when we were here 2 weeks ago for the hot hatch event, except Don and Saxo were in the opposite positions. He's going to stay out. He's going to begin lap 11, and he's still making time on Saxo. Saxo just entering the final corner right now. Don entering the first. He's got the whole front stretch separating these two. Let's check in with JD Green. Only 4 seconds right now, but behind Saxo. Coming under fire a little bit from his teammate Jutty. Green's going to run it wide. The advantage to Jutty on the outside here, but you can keep it under either. He will clear Green. Robinson in a Beamer sandwich. He's got Burton, Archer, nose to tail. Robinson currently the latter of Team Hot Hatch, running in the 6th spot, which isn't bad when you consider there are 11 race cars out on the racetrack at this moment in time for this feature. There are double the amount of BMWs here in this feature race as compared to the hot hatches, and Don is continually increasing his lead. I don't want to risk snake biting him, but unless something goes horrendously wrong, because by the time he pits, I reckon it won't take a super amount of time to change those tyres and pack that thing with enough fuel to finish the race. So I don't know, it's going to be close. Don staying out again. He must have come down, but I don't understand how he came down pit road and was still running Saxo pace and was able to be that close to Saxo when Saxo did decide to pit. If anyone in there in the race chat knows if Don hit pit road and I missed it, all my memories, there's been so many exciting things happening on the racetrack, it's just gone out of my mind. But if Don does have to pit again, he's going to have fresh tyres. But as I said in the sprint race several times, it seemed like the Beemers got faster the longer the run went on. Towards the end of that race was when Baz's car really came alive. I mean, he's sitting in 8th right now, but you know, as this run goes on, we may see him increase a few positions. But that is a tremendous lead for Don. Saxo trying to stretch the gap on his teammate Jutty, and JD Green is just behind him. The only McGann in the field. Robinson running the only Golf. He's still able to hold his position in the 6th spot. However, Baz able to get around Lou. Lou possibly had a slide. I mean, you can tell with the way that Baz is driving that race car, you can see that it's clearly faster than Robinson's Golf right now. But he needs to wait until it's an open doorway for him to drive on through. He's going to put it on the inside. He's going to decide against it though. Hang on, is he the 40 on one side and then the 04 on another side? That's a bit weird. I think he might have done the numbers wrong. I'll let him know at the end of the race, it doesn't really matter now. When we last checked in with Bigsy, he was sitting in 10th. Him and John have swapped positions on the track. Roadhog is your current last place driver in the field, running nearly 2 minutes behind race leader Don, who is continuing by quite a lot to increase his lead. A very impressive drive for Don Dotter. And to think, if this race was not restarted, it would have been a very different story right now. No luck in the first race. It looked like he was going to have a shocking second race, but due to the extent of the wreck, there was a race restart. And I missed like the first half of the first lap, because the race then began again. So suddenly Jutty and Saxo not really gaining on each other right now. Kind of just sitting there at the 3.2, 3.0 sort of gap. Still ahead of JD Green though, and pulling away from him. As Baz now has got ahead of Burt. And as I said, Robinson, the tyres do seem to be falling off for that Golf. Didn't have the best run here, to be honest, in the Hot Hatch series race. The Golfs didn't seem to be anywhere near as strong here as the Civic and the Megane, so I kind of expected to see this. But I thought he might have done a little bit better as JD Green's in the pits. A normal pit stop for JD Green. We will probably see the people that pitted around lap 7 pit this time by on lap 14. Yeah, as I was saying about Robinson, the way he was sort of driving up there in the 5th and 6th spot, I thought that was going to last a little longer, but he was obviously clearly struggling with the handling of that race car at that period. Baz up to 4th now, currently 32 seconds off the leader's pace, but The leader's kind of running his own race right now, so I mean, Jutty's 24 seconds, and then Saxo just around the 21-second mark behind Don. Saxo is able to extend his race lead over Jutty by 4 seconds now. That's like a second in the last lap he's managed to pull on him. Well, time is continuing to rise, so Jutty may be having some tyre wear issues. And here's the money stop for Don. He must have pitted around lap 7, lap 8. Here is the pit stop. Tyre change. The fueling of the race car. Saxo is now on the front straight. Don now leaving pit road. And that is the gap. We're now down to 3 seconds. But at the speed that Don was pulling on Saxo, now that Don has fresh tyres, I think it'll have to be a mistake to cost Don the win here. But maybe I've spoke too soon. The time is flickering up and down. The gap back to Baz in third is 11 seconds. Baz will have to likely pit again. I believe Saxo has gone for the one-stop strategy, however Don has bested it. As the lead now jumping back up to 4 seconds. Slowly but surely, Don is pulling away. Massive clump of cars in the sort of carousel section. Robinson able to get around Jutty. Jutty having problems quite extensively, falling back through the field. I do like these designs. Gotta be said, they're very simple, no body paint or anything, just logos, but I think the colour of the logos suit each other quite well. Looks very nice design, and the way it fits on all the cars, the different models. And Saxo's come into the pits, lap 15. He's gonna get fresh tyres, that is all. He's going to come out ahead of the third place car, but Bar's going to have the run, but he overshoots it. Saxo and Bar's now battle for the second spot. Bar's running way wide. I think that might have cost him the chances that he had. We're going to take a short break, guys, and we'll be right back. ladies and gentlemen, to the Online Racing Network. 4 laps to go here at Nuremberg in the Nxtgen in-house team versus team event. This is currently the feature race being displayed, and it is the BMW E3 League versus the Hot Hatch League. Don Dotter was able to best Saxo so far today. What's going on? It's not changing the cameras or anything. It's a bit weird. As you can see there, Don leading by 15.6 seconds right now over the second place of NGR Saxo. Saxo swept these races 2 weeks ago in the Hot Hatch League, and he won by an amazing 25 plus seconds over the second place car here 2 weeks ago. Well, I say 2 weeks, I've been saying 2 weeks all night. It was actually a week ago on Tuesday. It was 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, so it's actually over 2 weeks. My apologies, I'm getting confuzzled. Race 1 winner Baz, sitting in third right now, 4.3 seconds behind Saxo. Lou Archer having a great run in his BMW. He's normally Robinson's teammate, but not tonight, as JD Green looks like he has just gone by Robinson. Robinson sitting in the top 5 most of this race, however, at the moment, currently sitting in 8th. That car did seem to fall off around lap 13, 14. And he just doesn't seem to be able to pick the speed back up, unfortunately for him. And your Big Z now inside the top 10 as Robinson comes to the pits. He will very easily come out ahead of the 9th place car. Oh, Big Z, big in contact into the inside wall. Heavy nose damage, no doubt, for NGR Big Z. That's the only real main incident we caught on track. That was a self-spin. Looks like he just kissed the grass there on the outside. He's going to lose 9th to John. He passes him. Not really talked much about John Biggsy or Roadhog. They seem to have been just kind of in their own area. Kind of fell off race pace. I mean, stayed fairly close together when you consider what's gone on. John, they're running a little wide. I'll take you back to second place, Saxo. Looked like he was attempting his one-stop pit stop strategy. Did not look like it was going to work. I think made an emergency call for tyres. Decided at the pit late on, I believe it was lap 15, lap 14, Saxo decided to come down for some soft tyres. No fuel, so it seemed like he was going for the one-stop strategy again, but then I think he realised, as he's gone on the grass there a little bit, that the strategy wasn't going to work. If he acts now, he can pit, get the fresh rubber and get back out there, and as you can see, it's worked out for him. He's holding on to second place quite well. Baz, as we come to 2 to go, running 8th most of this race. Not a great start. Looked like he did take a knock in the rear end. Was running in the last position for the first couple of laps of the race, but now he sits possibly to get a podium here. I mean, he has Jutty behind him, just under 4 seconds separates them two. You got Lou Archer now in the top 5. Lou's been up and down like a yo-yo, pretty much the feature race. But it's not very often you see Lou actually close off a good finish, and like Lou runs very well in these races. the feature races especially. He's able to get up to the front, but just not able to close the deal. So we'll see as we're approaching the white flag whether he can hang on here and score himself a top 5. He's checking with Bert, who was our pole sitter. He finished last in the sprint race, granting him pole position with the reverse grid feature. Led a lap or 2, I believe, but he hung in there in the top 3 for a little bit. Slowly falling back. I believe he went down to 8th, was his lowest position, if you don't include pitting, one of the pit stop cycles. So he's hanging in there in 6th. So a good run for Bert here tonight. JD Green. I think it's been a bit of an up and down evening for him also. McGann's probably the 2nd slowest of the hot hatches at this racetrack. I mean, Civics were definitely the way to go. Incredibly fast a few weeks ago here in the hot hatch races. Not sure if the Beemers have been here in their league before, or if they've been here as recent. But well, there's been some good racing here tonight, and the white flag is out for JD Green. Our race leader about halfway around the track, 15-second advantage over Saxo. In the race break, I mentioned that Don, I felt like he'd been snake bit, just was not having luck, or if he was having luck, it was far in between. I'm not sure. I think I'm getting the saying wrong. But the only bad thing is if he wins this thing, he's probably going to have the record. Like if you look at the averages and you look at statistics, he's in for a rough few weeks in racing. But that's not really going to matter tonight. There's only a few more corners for him before he wins the feature race at the Nürburgring Ring. Just one more corner for Don. Dotter's going to break the curse and win at Nuremberg. Saxo, big comfortable gap here. He's going to finish 2nd, 2 races consecutively. That's not a bad evening. And for the final podium spot of the feature race, your race winner, Baz. That is your top 3 finishes, and Archer is able to hang on there and score a top 5. What a cool night of racing here. This was a cool idea. I'm not sure how it originated, but in-house team versus team. I guess you'd call it a league versus league, an LVL. Fun to see these 2 different types of race car go head to head. And I honestly think that went really well. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe in the next off week we see something very similar. Hopefully we can try and get equal numbers next time. That'll be my only change. I think the format was good. And we hope you all enjoyed our broadcast despite the few hiccups we had. For example, me missing the first 5 laps because I unplugged the microphone by mistake. Yeah, guys, that's been our broadcast now on the Online Racing Network. I've been Jamie Scrafton. These guys have been the Nxtgen drivers we all know and love. And now we take you to Victory Lane. See Don host his trophy. Well deserved. And we will see you tomorrow night for the ORN 500 in Indianapolis. Tomorrow, beginning around 9:30 GMT. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.